Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another beautiful tutorial. It's me, IJ, and today we are going to DIY a paneled short skirt. It's so simple to DIY, it's so simple to achieve. But before then, thank you to all my returning subscribers. You guys are amazing, and if today is your first time of checking on my channel, of seeing my channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you very much for supporting me, and without wasting much time, let us get into today's tutorial. Now we are going to achieve a paneled skirt, and this paneled skirt, I would like it to be of 8 pieces. It is going to be 8 pieces paneled short skirt. What you need to achieve this kind of skirt is your waist and the length of the skirt you want to achieve. You can use it to achieve a long skirt. You can use it to achieve a short one. Today, we are going to deal with a short one. So the measurement we are going to need is the waist measurement and the length of the skirt we are going to draft. The length of this skirt we are going to draft is going to be 26 inches. We are going to minus 3 inches as our band, or let us leave it to 2 inches as our band. We are going to minus 2 inches from the 26 inches. So we are going to be left with 24 inches. So we are going to work on length 24. Remember, 2 inches for the band. And now, being a panel skirt, we want it to be of 8 panels. We need some allowances to join these panels together. So each panel will have 1 inch seam allowance. But I am making use of a Sokoba material. We all know what Sokoba material is. This is a Sokoba material. It's very stretchy. Look at it. It's very stretchy. So I'm not going to make full use of 1 inch as seam allowance. I'm going to make use of half. But if you are working with Ankara material, please use ½ inch on both sides of the panel to join it to the other. But being a stretchy material, I'm going to use ½ inch to join it together. That is ¼ inch on both sides, which is going to give me the ½ inch. So now, being 4 8-panel pieces, I'm going to add 4 inches to my waist measurement. Hope you guys are getting me. My waist measurement is 34. So I'm going to add, my waist measurement is 34. My waist measurement is 34 inches. I'm going to add extra 4 inches to it because I'm going to use these 4 inches as seam allowance on both sides of the panels to join it to each other. So I'm going to have 38. This 38 inches, I'm going to divide it by 8, which is the panel I'm working with. And when you divide 38 inches by 8, we divide 38 inches by 8, we are going to have 4.75 inches. That is 4 inches and 3/4. That is what we are going to have. So this is what we are going to use to cut out our panel. But remember, this 4 3/4 inches we are going to use, we are going to fold it. So when you fold it, you are going to divide this 4.75 inches, divide it by 2, because you are folding it. You will have 2.3 inches. That is what you are going to have. So now let us draft it on our paper, which we are going to use to cut out our material. So now I'm going to make use of this zigzag scissors in cutting this Sokoba material because you know it is thick, so I don't want to start folding it to sew. So I want the mouth of it to be, that is the hem of it, to be beautiful. So I'm going to use this while cutting my material out. So if you want, you can use it. If you want, you can also fold it. When you are making use of Ankara material, I think the normal scissors is better because we are going to fold it. So now guys, let us draft our panel. So now we are going to first start drafting it by using our measurements. Remember, the measurement we are working with is 24 inches because we now take away 2 inches as our band measurement. The length of the skirt we are working with is 26. We minus 2 inches as our band, which is 24 is left. So now I'm going to place to have my 24. Here is exact my 24. What I'm using is exactly my measurement, 24. So now we are going to unfold. You are going to measure 2.3 inches. So here is my 2.3 inches. So now, as you can see, this is where I'm going to place my measurement from the tape. This is 2 inches, and this 2 bar, I'm going to place it at this second bar here. That is where I'm going to make use of my 2.3 inches here. Although you can come a little bit one line here, but I'll make use of this second bar after the 2.5 inch. That is after the 2 inches, sorry. I'm going to make use of the second bar after the 2 inches. So now I'm going to place it here. So on this down of my hem, because I want it to be a little bit wide. So remember, we have 4.7 and 5 inches. I'm going to make use of 4.5. So I'm going to times my 4.5, which is going to give me 9 inches. So on this hem, I'm going to measure 9 inches. So from here now, from here, I'm going to connect to the 9 inches. That is from 2 1/4, call it 2 1/4 inches. I'm going to now extend it to my 9 inches here. Let's make use of the longer one to get it right. Do you see it? So from this 2 inches and 3 bar that we have on our tape, I now connected it to the 9 inches at the hem of it. So I don't want it to be tip in this form. I'm going to come up by 3 inches. So from these 3 inches now, I'm going to connect it to this side. These 3 inches now, I'm going to connect it to this folded edge. If you want, you can come up by 2 inches or you can come up by 3 because I want it to be well tipped. So I came up by 3. But if you want, you can also make use of 2. 2 is also okay. Do you see it? You can come up by 2 or you can come up by 3. If you want it to be more tip, you come by 3. Do you see it? So now this is the shape of the panel that we are going to cut out. This shape is what we are going to cut. I'm going to go by the 3 inches. That is what I'm going to cut out because I want it to be thick. This is what we are going to use to cut out our panel. Remember, here is going to be unfold on your material. So I'm going to use this now to cut out 8 pieces of my material. Then I'll show it to you guys. Now guys, I have cut out our materials. Do you see it? When it's unfold, do you see it? This is unfold. I now use it. I place it. Do you see it? Unfold. I place it. Do you see it? Unfold. I place it and I cut it out. 8 pieces. Do you see when you open it, it's in this form. So I cut out 8. And this is the 8 pieces that I cut out. Do you see it? So now the next thing to do, I also cut out my band. my waist is 34, but because it's a very stretchy material, do you see? It's very stretchy. I make the band to be 32 because it's very stretchy. And also, I told you guys I'm going to use the zigzag scissors to cut it out, as you can see on the hem of it. So I'm not going to hem it anymore. I'm not going to hem. That is why I did not add allowance. That is why I did not add allowance when we are drafting it at the down. But if you are going to fold it, you need to add 1 inch or 2 inches allowance to fold it. But I don't need to fold because I'm cutting it with zigzag scissors, because with the thickness of it, I don't want to fold it. So now I have cut out the 8 pieces. The next thing to do now is to try to pin them together so that I can sew it with my machine. Remember, the band I cut out 32 inches because it's very stretchy. Can you see? When you cut out 34, it's going to be bigger than your waist. So I minus 2 inches from my exact waist measurement. But when you're making this kind of skirt with Ankara material or material that is not stretchy, please cut out exact measurement of your waist and add ½ inch allowance to close it up on the band. And the band also, I'm not going to fold it into like we normally do, because when you do that, it's bulky. So that is why I also use the zigzag scissors to cut out the band also. Do you see it? So when sewing it, I'll just fold it in two and I'll attach it. I'm going to show it to you guys. I'll attach it and I'll run it. So the next thing to do now is to start fixing our panels. Like I said to you guys, if you are using Ankara material, on this side you give ½ inch, on this side you give ½ inch to join it to the next one that is coming to it. But with this, I only make use of ½ inch. So the next thing to do now is to join them together. While joining them, I'm going to start from the down. I'm not going to start from the waist, so that it's going to be equal. So just pick it up, check the right side. So from the down, I'm going to start pinning it. Do you see it from here? I'm going to pin it together. When you are using a stretchy material to make clothes, please reduce the allowance you add to it, because it's going to make it look too big. But when you are making with Ankara material or material that is not stretchy, go with the right inches that you need, please. So now, guys, do you see? I've now pinned it. So I'm going to pin 8 of it together, then I'll show it to you. Now, guys, I have pinned the 8 panels together. Do you see it? So beautiful. I've pinned it together. So the next thing to do now is to take it to the machine to run it with the stitch. And after which, I'll now take my band. Remember, the band we are using is 4 inches, but I cut out 5 inches because of the seam allowance to join it to the main body. So I have 5 inches by length. And remember, the width of it, that is the waist I'm using. Like I said, my waist is 34, but I'm going to use 32 because of the elastic that is on the material that we are using, because it's a stretchy one, very stretchy. So that is what I'm going to use, 32. When you put it on, it's going to be your exact mat. And also I have 1 inch as the seam allowance. So now, after joining the 8 panels, I'll just take it. Because of the thickness of it, I'm not going to fold it in this form. That is why I use my zigzag scissors to cut it out. So I'm going to fold it in two. When I fold it in two in this form, I'll now place it on the waist. I'll sew it. Let me show to you guys. Let me pin it. I'll sew it through all round. Then I'm going to turn it. Then I'll top stitch it. Because I use the zigzag machine scissors to cut it, it looks neat. So I'm going to turn it. Then I'll now top stitch it. After which I'll show it to you guys. Now guys, the 8 pieces have been joined together, and also I have joined the band. Like I showed to you guys, I have done it, and that's the inside of it. Because of the thickness, I didn't fold it, but I used zigzag scissors to cut it to be neat. So I've joined it. So the next thing now is to close it up. This is where we are going to attach our zip. We are going to attach our zip on this side. Do you see? We are going to attach our zip on this side. Guys, to make it look a bit classic, I want to use this trim. I would like to use this trim. It's the same. That's the trim. I'm going to use it. I just got it recently. So I will now use it to place it on the hem. Here, I'll place it on the hem. Do you see it? I'll use it to place it on the hem. Do you see it? So that is what I'm going to do. Let me show it to you guys. That's the hem. So I'm going to use this trim to place it on the hem to cover it up. Remember, I didn't fold it because of the thickness of it. So I decided to use this trim now to beautify the hem of it. Do you see it? So I'm going to do it all round. Then I will attach the zip, and our skirt is ready, and I'll show it to you guys. Now guys, our skirt is ready. Our 8 pieces panel skirt, flay skirt is ready. Do you see how it is? Now used the trim. Do you see the trim? I now use the trim to beautify the down part of it. That is the hem. Do you see how it looks? It makes it come out more. That is the pointed. It makes it the curve to come out more. Do you see it? So now our skirt is ready, and also I've attached the zip. I've attached the zip. Just measure the length of your zip, 8 inches of 7 inches. The zip also came up to the band. Do you see it? I added the band before attaching the zip. So the zip also came to the band. I now measured 8 inches, and I insert my zip and I close it up. I close the remaining up, and our paneled short skirt is ready. Now I'm going to put it to the mannequin for us to see how it looks. Now guys, this is our panel skirt that we have just DIY. Our 8 paneled flay skirt. Do you see how beautiful it looks on the mannequin? Remember, you can use this panel to make a gown, or a long gown, or a short gown. You can make your bustier top and attach it to the half length, and it becomes a gown. And also you can use it like we now use it to achieve our short skirts. Do you see how beautiful it is, guys? If this tutorial has been helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button. Support me by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. And now we have a new Facebook group page known as IJ Iconic Fashion. You can check it out. There we share knowledge together. We share ideas together. Love you guys, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.